Yo, what's up, doers? It's your boy Happy Chappy here. Welcome back to another episode. On this one, we are going to be doing a Trident farm. Now, I've been fiddling around with this one for a little bit to try and get it as efficient as possible. It's alright. It's alright, as most Trident farms are. But, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so for this build, you're not going to need any name tags, but what you are going to need is to bring along a turtle egg. Okay, you're also going to need a stack of builder blocks is what I would bring along, 4 panes of glass, 13 stairs, 2 chests, 6 hoppers, 8 sea pickles, the turtle egg like we talked about, 57 gates of any kind, doesn't matter which ones, some slabs, and then a bucket of water. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do for this build is make your way to the deep ocean, as you can see there in the biome, and try to find one without any land masses around or any caves or anything if you can see, and try to find the flattest area that you can. I removed a little mound there, but you know, everything you see here is pretty good. If you don't have any conduit with you or anything, okay, here's a little trick for you to stay, you know, so you can breathe underwater. Is you just want to grab a door, okay, and as you can see, just place your door down anywhere and then open it, and what you get is basically an infinite air source here. Okay, so you can go out and work. If you don't have any respiration, or like I said, you don't have any conduit, you can just use this to yeah, get your air down. Okay, so I've lit up the place a little bit so we can see a little bit better. Now the first thing that you want to do for this build is come up 3 blocks off of the ground here and make yourself a nice little 5x5 roof. We are going to be, don't do this out of glass, I'm just doing it so you can see. We are going to be swapping these out for slabs later on, but because the slabs are waterlogged, as you can see, I'll just show you later. Just build a 5x5 roof on top, and then that way we don't have to build like a giant structure around here and remove the water in order to do what we need to do. Okay, then what we're going to do is just on the outside here of where these where this roof is on the ground, what we're going to do is we're going to put down a temporary block. Again, don't do these with glass because these are just temporary, and we're going to do this the entire way around the platform here, or sorry, the roof here. Okay, once we have that done, what we're going to do is we're going to take our fence gates and we're going to put 2 on top of each other, on top of all of these temporary blocks here that we placed down. So just put 2 down like that, and then like that, and then 2 more, and do that the entire way around. Okay, once you have that done, this is what the entire thing should look like. Next, what you're going to do is make sure that all of these gates here are open. Okay, once you have that done, you're going to come to these 2 blocks here, just on the corner of the temporary ones there. You're going to place down 1 on each corner there. Okay, and make sure that it is open. And then you're going to place down your first sea pickle, and you'll do that around all 4 corners here. So place down your 2 fence gates and open them with your sea pickle, and then repeat. Okay, and once you are all done, this is what everything should look like. As you can see, our door is still right there. It is handily in the way for us to get some breath if we need it. Next, what you're going to do is come to the inside here, and we're just going to dig out all of these blocks here, 1 single layer. Alright, once we got that done, let's take our stairs that we brought. We're going to line this whole thing here with our stairs. And next we're going to dig this area out here, down 3 or 2 blocks anyways, and we're going to make ourselves a little funnel. Okay, so all the zombies are going to come in here. Then what we want to do is dig out this bottom layer here. Okay. And this is going to be used to place down our water. Next, what we got to do is kind of create our little capture chamber where our hoppers are going to be, where we can do our killing if we have to. So we want to dig down, we'll do 3 blocks like that, and then dig out a little cross pattern. And this is where we're going to place down our 4 glass panes that we brought along with us. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to drop down into the hole here. You can actually do this from the top too as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to dig out a 2x3 area here. Okay, like that. I'm going to drop down here, just place in a light source so we can see. Then what we're going to do is remove 1 more layer, and then dig out this front section here so that way we can place our chest down and have a little room to work from. This is where our chest can now go. And then what we're going to do is run our hoppers all going into that chest. Okay, once that is done, this is what everything should look like. We're going to place that block back. So we can do that. We can even place down some slabs on top of these if you want to. Dig it out one more layer so that way you got some room. But this is where you're going to create your little entrance for you to come in and out from in order for you to get whatever you need to. Okay, and there you go. You get your little entrance. Okay, so from the outside, this is what everything should look like so far. Okay, and then you can come in here, and this is where the drop down comes. Now this is where our water bucket comes in handy. Okay, because we're going to need to place 4 water sources down here, 1 in each corner basically, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as you can see, everything flows towards the center here. I'm an idiot. First you want to place down your temporary block with a trapdoor, or sorry, fence gate on top of it, and open it. And then that is what it should look like. That all done, what we want to do is come to the upper section here again, place down a temporary block there in the center. And then we're going to put our 4 fence gates around the outside like that. And then we're going to open them and place each one in each corner. Make sure those are open as well. And then remove this temporary block. Okay, and then in the center here where we removed the temporary block, what we are going to do is place down our turtle egg. You can place up to 4 if you want to, but you don't want to place anything above it. And when you have completed that, this is what everything should look like here so far. Okay, now it's time to replace these top blocks here with slabs. So what you can do is just quickly remove it and then place. And what you should get is a decent drop like that, and no water should be going to the inside. You can even just do the outside ones here if you would like. Okay, you don't even have to do the center ones, so you can leave it lit up like that if you would like to. But yeah, that is it. That is your farm done. Okay, now depending on where you are, sometimes you may have to do this with your trapdoors. Okay, so as you can see in this farm, okay, this was the original one. I didn't have to do that in this build at all. Okay, as you can see, the water flow does work properly, but sometimes you do run into instances where the water flow doesn't work out properly, and the way to correct that is to just place your fence gates there. Okay, so once you have all your fence gates in place, all you want to do is remove the center block here. Okay, you have to do this in a specific order, otherwise you will create a full water block and it won't work. So remove the center block here, then the 2 outside ones, and then finish off by removing those outside ones, and repeat the same thing on the next side. So center one, outside, and outside. Okay, so as you can see here, we did get full water blocks, or full water sources here. So all you have to do is just place down your glass blocks again, or your temporary blocks anyways, and then remove them. And then what you're going to do is come to the outside here, fence gate, fence gate, fence gate, and fence gate. Okay, then you go back to the inside and do what we just did there again. So center one, outside, and then outside, and then center one, outside, and then outside. And as you can see, we don't have a full water source there, and everything is good. Okay, once you have everything in place, this is what it should all look like. Your water should be flowing towards the center. As you can see, this is how the farm works. Perfect for us. Thank you, buddy. The drowned, when they do spawn in, we'll have to remove these light sources here, because as you can see, we are at a client light, 9 and 8, which we do not want. We want to be 7 or below. But once we remove those, when the drowned do spawn in, okay, they get attracted to the turtle egg here, and when it is daytime, they stay on the bottom, and they just kind of slowly walk towards it. Once they get kind of sucked in, they end up falling down the little chute here into the center, and then down into the little kill chamber. Okay, so as you can see again, once they get close, it's kind of just like, and they go. All you need to do anyways is remove these light sources here. find yourself a nice little AFK section up in the sky and yeah, start waiting. Now ideally you do want to be, I think it's 128, but we'll say 115 blocks, you know, above where these guys are standing. So you'll see we're on 31. So go to about 145 anyways and make that your AFK zone and come back in about, you know, 10 minutes, see how many drown that you have, and then, yeah, just kill them and try to get some tridents. I'm going to kill off all of these guys here so that way I don't have any things in. We'll remove these items as well so that way there's nothing in the chest. And then we'll go up to our AFK section and see what we get. Okay, so as you can see, we went AFK there for a little bit. We still got 2 more guys here ready to come in. Now, like I said, this isn't the best farm, because as you can see, these guys move, you know, as slow as molasses. But I do have a little trick here to kind of increase the spawn rates that we'll talk about in just a second. Okay, but as you can see, in just a few minutes here, we already have 1 guy with a trident, which is sweet, and 2 other guys here. So if we use our... oh, I don't even have looting on this. Okay, so we didn't get one there, but as you can see, we got 4 zombies in just a few minutes there, so that's actually not too bad. Now, on these farms, a lot of people have found that the AFK, you know, is slow or sometimes breaks after a while. So what you can do is build yourself some kind of perpetual motion machine. What I have set up here is something you probably don't have to go this low, probably about halfway from this anyways. So as you can see, you've got the, you know, traditional ice block to soul sand with the pull mechanism here that goes up to a slider and then back down. So all you have to do basically is land in here with the ice slide. That water there will pull us into the system. We'll go up, slide back over, fall back down. Like I said, it probably doesn't have to be this low. I wouldn't go this low anyways. I would probably just go like this, then go back up. And what you can do is probably make yourself something like that, and then enclose it all in, so that way at nighttime you don't get attacked by the phantoms. But that is a potential solution in order to keep these guys spawning. And see, there's a guy there with a trident that spawned on his own. And yeah, you know, something to think about. Now, as I was talking about earlier, you know, a way to potentially increase the spawns is what you can do is go to where the, you know, just to the outside of the perimeter of the farm anyways. So when you're at your AFK section, right, the loading zone is only going to be so big, probably like a, I don't know, I'd say a 60 by 60 area or something like that. What you can do is surround that whole area like this, you know, with kelp. So that way when you are AFK, the kelp is just going to keep on growing. And then what that's going to do is the kelp will keep on growing all the way until it gets to 25 blocks high. And what that's going to do is decrease the spawn areas for the drowned here. And then that way when you're up and in your AFK area, you know, the only place that the drowned can spawn are in this inside circle here where you don't have any kelp in there. You know, that's something to definitely think about. That is the farm there. So now all you basically have to do is just go up to your AFK section, you know, build something like this. I'll stop there so you can get a good look at it. But that's what it is basically. So there's the lower half, and then the soul sand just takes you up to the slide, which then slides you over and drops you down into this one, which then, this one here, which then just repeats itself and is constant. Like I said, don't go this low though, because if you do go this low with your little, you know, thingamabobber, you do end up spawning things out here, which do despawn when you get up to your 140 block radius, but yeah, you just want to keep your spawns on the inside here. And also don't have any lanterns down here as well too, just leave it so that the sea pickles are the only thing down here. That way the light level is as low as possible and you get as many spawns as possible. Again, just kind of grow up your kelp here on the outskirts. Okay, just go around and do a massive like kelp planting project until you get enough kelp around. So as you can see like this, you can even do it in the middle of the deep ocean in a kelp field if you would like to. That way, you know, it's easier to remove kelp than it is to plant kelp. But yeah, that should increase the spawn rates pretty significantly, I would think, actually. So there you have it, you guys. That is my, you know, drowned farm, or my take on the drowned farm anyways. As you can see, once you do get the drowned to spawn in the area, it is a pretty efficient way to gather them in. The only problem that I've run into with these Trident Farms is the lack of spawning, like everybody was talking about on all of the forums. But, you know, this is something that I kind of just came up with as I was creating the video here. And I thought, you know what, let's try that. And you never know if it's going to work, so it's something you can definitely try out. I thank you again, you guys, so much for watching all my videos. We were at 10K subs. I am blown away. I'm literally blown away. You guys are amazing. I don't know what to say. I'm literally speechless. I've only been doing this for a couple of months. I never in my life expected that you know, the channel would grow this fast. You guys are seriously amazing. You're all legends. You're all doers. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll definitely catch you on the next video, boys. Peace.